EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Los Angeles Chargers. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway in Foxborough. Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
They'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The numbers in last week's contest for Ingram: 3 catches, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards. And he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
Let's go. Let's do this.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be a second down. So let's take a look here at the key inactives. And, Charles, I guess you get this late in the year, you expect to see some guys populating on this list.
You're exactly right. No one's happy about it, but it really shouldn't be a surprise. So the guys who are playing in their spots, in their stead, they have to step up now and make big plays for their team.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run right side with Hunt. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll run with Hunt. He will push his way down to about the 14. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
So out comes the Patriots offense as they'll get their first shot at things here. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there for the Patriots.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Jones. Complete to Kelly. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Brent, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Throwing Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. 5. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken,
does.
correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make this last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And picked up by the Chargers. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
2nd and 13. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Perez. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
$13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. It's brought in by Harris. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
New England's offense set to go.
And partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Now a throw here to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Jones. That's caught by Kelly. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick here is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the 2nd quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. But, oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
Yeah, they've got that lead so far. 1 interception for him, no touchdown passes. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A carry here for Hunt. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That catch good for only a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He targets Ingram for another grab.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Perez. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A give right side now to Hunt. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 30. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
They'll set up a throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground, and here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him. but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New England trying to get to place on offense.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. He finds his man. Complete. That's Palmer. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5. He's going to float this one deep right side. Touchdown! A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Patriots 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
From the gun, Jones. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And now here's a carry heading left. Oh, he bowls over him. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. There's the stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Patriots. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, and it's a 27-10 score now. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Perez. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. That catch good for only a couple.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on first down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second and 1. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 3rd down, Hunt, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start at Paul Brown Stadium. Denver in town to take on Cincinnati. And it's the Broncos who are out in front. The Broncos still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Chargers. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Here we go.
With the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3, and you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything. And here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
And the final number here in terms of top speed, I mean, that almost looks like a misprint. He was just absolutely flying. Unbelievable. From the 27, Jones. Samuel bringing in the slant. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Jones. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Jones. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Perez. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Chris Barnes there on the stop. 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Hunt. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
This is unbelievable.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. On second down, it's Ford. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Let's go, defense.
Throwing, Jones. Complete to Kelly. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 65 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Perez. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll run on first down. Hunt. And the tackle there by Chris Barnes. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll drop to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they try the right side here. Runs through the contact. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now back to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Christian Barmore drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. On is the Chargers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Now a handoff looking right. And some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Jones on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones over the middle, complete to Samuel. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones, throw left side, complete. That's Palmer. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. On 1st down, it's Hunt. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. And a short gain down to about the 33. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Hunt. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So out comes the field goal team once more. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off near the 32.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
On 1st down, it's Hunt, and some room to maneuver. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now it's Hunt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Working with a 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. That's caught by Kelly. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. New England on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Now they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's got to lean on that guy right now.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. On 3rd down, Jones. Fight, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Patriots send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Chargers getting set to go. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's Hunt. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chargers, they continue to show they'll be a tough out in the playoffs as they move to 14-2 on the year.